Hey out there, internet land. Welcome to another live edition of Behind the Scenes in the Studio, cutting video. Today, what we're going to learn is how to take one video and cut it into 100 others. If you guys have been paying attention over the past 2 or 3 live sessions that we've done, we started off with an hour and a half video, roughly hour and 45 minutes or so. We took that one video, and that was a video call on just a Zoom call was all it was, and I took that one conversation and we turned it into 30 different short, or well, actually they're still long form because they're between a minute and a half to 5 minutes long each, segments out of that main video. Out of those 30, we will create probably 2 to 3 more out of each one of them that are shorts that have everything on there. So I'm going to show you today exactly how I go about doing that. And some of this is going to be, here with the audio. Some of it I'll mute and put some music on for you, just because we've got all kind of sounds going on, and I know you don't want to sit here and just listening to me breathe. That's probably not the most, the most entertaining thing. So let me see what I can, pull up here on this device, and then I'll get to the next one. You guys just hang out with me. By the way, there is a live chat. Feel free to use it. I do like to chat with you folks. So if you're out there, I'd love to see what you got to say. There is a little bit of a delay, but that's okay. I'll see it as soon as it comes through. Alright. See if I can't find this old channel to turn it on. Well, there it is. There's the one I'm looking for. And it does appear that there's one on right now. So we'll mute this. Okay. Okay, so it is working properly. That I can see. Yeah, that I can see. So we'll leave it at that. Let me jump over here and see what it's showing up on the desktop while I do this as well. It's showing the same thing, so that's great. That's great. I'm just going to mute that when it pops up, and that will take care of that problem. That I can see. Okay, so now I am going to move this microphone. I'm not sure what microphone we were coming through on, but I know I was setting the microphone way far back. So what I'm going to do now is turn on some music, and you guys will be able to hear this music while I'm working on the edits. Now I should still be able to speak over the music. I'm not sure how well you'll hear it, but we'll just play along with it. If you can't hear me, let me know in the comments. If you can, then we'll be great. And I don't see our media source, and I'm not sure why. So I'm wondering why we're not seeing that. Why it's not playing. And that's odd. Well, let's pull up the properties and find out. Oh, I think it's because we moved all of our music files is what it is. Here, we'll try this one here, Smokey's Lounge. See if you guys enjoy that. Out. Oh, I think it's because we moved all of our music files is what it is. Here, we'll try this one here, Smokey's Lounge. See if you guys enjoy that. Okay, so what I'll be doing here is looking for any of the files that we made that were a minute or shorter. And I'm trying to see where we left off. You're right here talking about teachers. Now, in order to do the shorts, what I generally do, let me pause that for you. Generally, what I do to make these shorts, if you guys are watching, now see, this is the full screen here, and what I'll do is I'll duplicate this. As a matter of fact, well, no, not on this one. It's just me talking for the most part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut myself out. There's no sense in having everyone in this conversation. And then I'm going to turn the orientation, maximize the size on that, pick it up, stick it down in here somewhere. That's probably pretty good. And look, now what we're going to do is fade in, fade out, and we're good to go. Now I don't know what this was called teach the approved material. Okay. Well, with cap locks on. That's horrible. Okay. Export. Save at 1080p. That's really it. It'll be over really quickly. We'll be able to jump back in there and do it again. So you guys should be able to be watching the screen share with me. You should be able to see everything I'm seeing. Here, I'll try to move so that the camera is a little bit better for you. Maybe that'll work a little better for you. Okay, back to the screen. Or back to the edit. Let's turn that music back on for you as well. Here, I'll try to move so that the camera is a little bit better for you. Maybe that'll work a little better for you. Okay, back to the screen. Or back to the edit. Turn that music back on for you as well. Here, I'll try to move so that the camera is a little bit better for you. Maybe that'll work a little better for you. Okay, back to the screen. Or back to the edit. Turn that music back on for you as well. Here, I'll try to move so that the camera
Yeah, and, and I think that's hard. Even if your spouse passes, to try to find somebody if you've been with them for so long.
All right. So what do you guys think about the music selection? You know, that's what I want to know. What do you think about the music selection? I know it could be a little long. It's a little long-winded. It's been on for about 15 minutes now. I may change that music selection up as we go, just so that you don't have to continue to hear that the entire time. As a matter of fact, you know, while we're sitting here, I can flip through and we can look through some of the songs. Now, here's one called "On the Delta." I believe we're going to add in the mix. And as I go back to, let's see where we're looking. Okay, it is complete. So now we're going to go back to the split cam and back to your media. You know, while we're sitting here, I can flip through and we can look through some of the songs. Now, here's one called "On the Delta." I believe we're going to add in the mix. And as I go back to, let's see where we're looking. Okay, it is complete. So now we're going to go back to the split cam and back to your media. You know, I just realized that the media source in this particular scene is not the same as the one in the last scene. So what I'm going to do is come back and switch that out for you. And we talked about "On the Delta," so let's try that out. "On the Delta." Let's see how that sounds. Let's try this again. The media source in this particular the media source in this particular scene is not the same as the one in the last scene. So what I'm going to do is come back and switch that out for you. And we talked about on the Delta. So let's try that out on the Delta. Let's see how that sounds. Let's try this again. The media source in this particular the media source in this particular scene is not the same.
Yeah, and now that I know what it looks like, what steps do I take to make that happen?
As you can see, guys, it doesn't take very long to chop some of this longer stuff down to the smaller stuff, turn it into the right orientation, and get it going. That's really all I'm doing here is just changing the orientation so that it's a different video. Now, we won't post them like this. This is not how we would be publishing them to YouTube or TikTok or anything else in this short form because of the orientation. Or, well, not because of the orientation. We fixed the orientation, but because we want them to be a little bit more visually exciting. So there's some things we're going to do after this, and I'll show you as soon as we finish with this file, you know, how quick this is. Now, as you guys have seen, I've already been through about 12 videos. Let's see, we're down to the last ones now. This may be the last. Okay, that was the last short. So what we're going to do now is we're going to exit our editor. Let's see, we're going to exit the editor and go to our internet tab. Now, this is a website called video.ai, and this is pretty well where I will put a short form into and then let it create the captions. Now, watch this.
Now, if you're a YouTube channel that has 0 followers and you're doing this for a living, this is your life, what do you do?
Yes.
What do you do?
Okay.
You make content and go get some damn customers. That's what you do. You go get the customers. Wherever they're at, you go get them. Go get them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you heard how that goes. We've listened to it. I won't make you hear the double sound. I know you're getting the double audio on that. Apologies there. I'm still working on this tech, guys. So I like the video. I'm going to go ahead and just put download video. So that's what it'll do, is it'll download that video. You know what? Hang on. I did this a moment ago. I did the same video a minute ago. So I'm going to get back over here. back to the root. You know, back to the root, and I'll show you how to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to import the video. Now, all of these are the shorts that we just created. Okay, these are all the shorts we just created. So we've already done the very first one. It's called Teachers. The second one's called Talking Securities. Let's do that one. You can add any of your handles you like. I don't like to do that. And it does take a minute to upload the video to it. So that's pretty well the process that we go through, and I'll show you how that turns out, you know, momentarily when that finishes or when that completes. Back to the stream. Okay, so you guys can sit here and look at me for just a little while, I guess, while I go bouncing around between these screens. I guess you don't want to be watching the screen share the entire time, I'm sure. Um, yeah, this is kind of slow to upload for sure. Now, I tell you what, that's another thing is now we're going to upload to YouTube. So let me go ahead and screen share again. Right, I'll go ahead and let you see that in the split cam. And back to the YouTube, right? Well, wrong one. There we go. YouTube channel content. And this is pretty well the process I go through, folks. This is the process. Uh-oh, do I have one that's still not finished? Yes, I have one right here. And what I'm going to have to do, because it only made it to 81% finished before I left this morning. And anytime I do that, I have to come back and reload everything and start it again. It just stops it all. I hate it when it does that. We'll see how it goes. And bear with the processor speed, guys. I'm doing a lot on here. It's a lot on a little laptop. That's all I can say. It's a lot on a little laptop. Alright, there's our channel content. It should ask me if I... Okay. See, this is what it generally does. It says it's upload interrupted, and I can resume the upload. So now what I'll do is I'll go back in there and find that same video and just point it to it, really, is all I've got to do. Here it is. And now it knows, and it'll resume. That's all I got to do. Everything else is the same. I don't change anything else. Just leave it just like that. Now, because of these ornery mongrels in the background, I will go ahead and kill this microphone, let you have some music back while we go through the process of just doing some behind-the-scenes stuff. By the way, if you happen to have anything that you would like to... If you have anything you'd like to add or comment, by all means, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it, love to hear from you, and I'd love to talk directly with you. That's why we do the live chat, so that we can chat live. That's the whole purpose, guys. Have anything that you would like to... If you have anything you'd like to add or comment, by all means, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it, love to hear from you, and I'd love to talk directly with you. That's why we do the live chat, so that we can chat live. That's the whole purpose, guys. Have anything that you would like to... If you have anything you'd like to add or comment, by all means, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it, love to hear from you, and I'd love to talk directly with you. That's why we do the live chat, so that we can chat live. That's the whole purpose, guys. Have anything that you'd like to... If you have anything you'd like to add or comment, by all means, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it, love to hear from you, and I'd love to talk directly with you. That's why we do the live chat, so that we can chat live. That's the whole purpose, guys. Have anything you'd like to... If you have anything you'd like to add or comment, by all means, drop it in the comments. Alright, we're going to switch back over here and do a long form edit. This video is 5 minutes and 4 seconds long. We're going to see if we can't cut it down to some shorts.
Overwhelming, because right now there is no guidebook or anything. It's just like pretty much how Sushir was like, how do you know? It was like,
well,
yeah, it's like, what, I guess what are the things that you should put in your brain?
Sure. To me, it's developing the strategy, right? And it's about forming. Now, going to the mindset, of the entrepreneur. Heck, I was a business owner and a builder and everything else for probably 10 to 15 years before I ever, considered myself a business owner. Before I ever considered myself a real business owner. Now, albeit, there's a difference between being self-employed and then owning a business too. There is a big difference. Okay. For those of you who are not familiar with the cash flow quadrant, I will tell you, Robert Kiyosaki got it right when he wrote the book on the subject. And let me give you a brief little rundown of the, how that goes. There's basically 4 ways that okay. I was a business owner and a builder and everything else for probably 10 to 15 years before I ever, considered myself a business owner. Before I ever considered myself a real business owner. Now, albeit, there's a difference between being a real business owner.
Hell, I forget you guys out there don't have any sound at all. You're not hearing anything while I'm doing this. So sorry about that. I'll leave the mic on so I can talk to you from now on. Especially if you're just going to sit there and watch a screen share the whole time anyway, right? That's the whole thing. And I forget you're watching a screen share. Now, as you see, that's it. That's all it took to finish that one. Now we'll come in here and start again. Let's see. Control Z. We get rid of this first part. Close the gap. Listen to it.
Now, albeit, there's a difference between being self-employed and then owning a business too. There is a big difference. Okay. For those of you who are not familiar with the cash flow quadrant, I will tell you, Robert Kiyosaki got it right when he wrote the book on the subject. And let me give you a brief little rundown of the, how that goes. There's basically 4 ways that we make money. That's pretty much what it is. We have earned income, which is, you got a job, you're working for somebody. Now, everybody understands that. That's the majority of people in this country. All right. And then next, you have your self-employed people. Now, those people are people that have created a job for themselves, right? Those are your plumbers, your plumbers, your contractors, your house cleaners. I mean, just people that have done, that have figured out a business for themselves. Little shopkeepers, merchants, convenience store owners. I mean, that's generally what it is they're self-employed. They have a job, they work in the company, and but they work for themselves. Well, then you've got the business owner. Now, the business owner is a lot like the self-employed. However, what he did was, instead of creating a job for himself, he created a job for others. He created a system that works for him, right? And that's what it is. It's systems and processes. Just because you have people that work for you, right, does not mean that you have a business, okay? There must be certain systems and processes in place in order for it to function without you. Once it will function without you, you have a business, right? That's what it is, and not just a self-employment, a company where you're self-employed. Good morning. Some of these cold mornings, this stuff just don't like to stick. Some reason or another. And how many of you guys are out there watching? If you're watching, you better get out there and put something in the comments.
Hey, how many people? Man,
that's it. If you're watching, say something to me. Say, hey, how you doing?
Okay, I gotta go back.
And how many of you guys are out there watching? Good morning. Some of you, not just a self-employment, a company where you're self-employed.
All right. Now,
good morning.
Let's see if I'm gonna keep that.
Good morning. Some of these cold mornings, this stuff just don't like to stick. Some reason or another. And how many of you guys are out there watching? If you're watching, you better get out there and put something in the comments. That's it. If you're watching, say something to me. Say, hey, how you doing?
That's a clip. That's a fucking clip. I mean, just little shit like that. Hey,
okay.
How you doing?
So we're talking about it. So now we understand the first three cash flow quadrants of the cash flow, what have you. Yeah, how we make money. So let's talk about the fourth one. The fourth one, good Lord, I'm looking for all my stuff. I got stuff sitting around everywhere. I don't know if you guys are like that in the morning, but you just can't find all your stuff. Still, look, still got sleep in the corner of my eyeballs, y'all. I'm trying to, bear with me. I mean, that was another thing too, is when are you going to do these lives? When are these live videos going to happen? And I keep telling y'all, I don't know, and I'm going to schedule them for later this evening, and I'm going to do something this weekend, and, it gets on and on and on, and I hadn't done it, and I start feeling bad about it, because really I'm a man of my word. And truth is, when it comes down to doing it, sometimes, man, I'm just wore the hell out. That's all there is to it, man. I'm getting older, wore the hell out, and I still enjoy doing it. But, man, if my mind isn't there to keep you guys entertained, it's real hard to keep you guys entertained.
Okay. Another one down. Another one down. Hell yeah. It don't take too long. Let's flip over to the video, see what it's doing. Okay, so it finished. Now let's look at that. This is the talking securities. Now this is actually what I do with them. Once I've cut it down to the size that you're looking at, then we come into video and we work with it from there. Those of you who have actually watched this far are getting some gold, man. Getting some gold. I've also thought about coming to you guys doing some time lapse as well. If we time lapse some of this, it might end up a little bit better. Are you guys still listening to music? Shoot, I ought to go look. No, there's no music. All right, just checking on you. Just checking on you. We got 40% there. Come back to video. What we got with video? All right, let's listen to video. See what he's got to say. Wait, let's pick a template. Well, let's just watch.
Yeah. So, but that's what it is with the ETFs. See, the government can back an actual security that's gone through.
I'm good with that. I'll download that one right there. So it's got all the little captions and all that jazz on it. All the captions and all that jazz. Hit confirm and wait for it to do its thing. It always takes a long time once it does start doing it. I don't know why. I guess it's just a processor thing. Yeah, see, wait. It's telling me I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. You got all kind of things going on there. You're live streaming, you're editing videos. To see, I clicked it long time ago, y'all, and it just now come on. All right, while that's doing its thing and exporting, I'm going to go ahead and come back over to our edit and see where we're at with that. Back to the edit, 93 or 95%. We're good. We're almost done there. We'll pop back in and do the next segment. You guys can watch how it all happens. Simultaneous, man. Just many things at once. So that one's done. This is good. That file is good. Back at it. Control Z to bring the rest of that stuff back. Get rid of... You know what? I don't want to get rid... Well, I do. Shoot. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this segment to the front. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it right here. Okay. So that, and get rid of some of this other stuff. Alright, now I can go delete. And, wait, Control Z. I don't remember what this video is about.
Good morning. Some of these cold mornings, this stuff just don't like to stick. For some reason or another. And how many of you guys are out there watching? If you're watching, you better get out there and put something in the comments. That's it. If you're watching, say something to me. Say, hey, how you doing?
That's a clip, man. That's good shit. That's good shit. How many people put out shorts that say that? First thing in the morning. Ain't even had a cup of coffee or blunt yet. Right out the box. That's good, huh? Now, I was going to do that very first part of the cash flow quadrant, but it has, it's missing the last segment with the investors. So I'm trying to see where I said it, or I don't know if I got derailed, sidetracked, and never went back to it. I may not ever finish that. All right, there's another video. So that's 3 videos, or, just since we've been home. And then today, oh, look, that's today. These are, oh, no, those are removed, so that's from before. That's before I moved them. So teachers is from today. So let's count those. See, where'd it go? Trying to get them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 videos today so far. Okay, Control Z, bring it all back. That's what we do. Okay, now this time we'll get rid of the small segment. Close the gap. I'm going to go to this segment and see where we're at with it.
Okay.
There's going to have to be some chopping here.
So we're talking about it. So now we understand the first 3 cash flow quadrants of the cash flow, what have you. How we make money. So let's talk about the 4th one. The 4th one, good Lord, I'm looking for all my stuff. I got stuff sitting around everywhere. I don't know if you guys like that. Well, the 4th one, and I still enjoy doing it, but man, if my mind isn't there to keep you guys entertained, it's real hard to keep you guys entertained. So I've been thinking, when is the optimum time for me to really get on? What kind of knowledge and value is it that you guys are going to be coming here for? It's probably not just to sit here and have a cup of coffee with me. However, today that's what we're doing, right? We're hanging out, we're doing it to it. I got when is the optimum time for me to really get on here and give you guys the hell out? And I keep telling y'all I don't know, and I'm going to schedule them for later this evening, and I'm going to do something this weekend, and it gets on and on and on, and I hadn't done it later this evening, and I'm going to do something this weekend, and it gets on and on and on, and I hadn't done it, and I start feeling bad about it because really I'm a man of my word. And truth is, when it comes down to doing it, sometimes, man, I'm just wore the hell out. That's all there is to it, man. I'm getting older, wore the hell out, and I still enjoy doing it. But man, if my mind isn't there to keep you guys entertained, it's real hard real hard to keep you guys entertained. So I've been thinking, when is the optimum time for me to really get on here and give you guys a drop of knowledge, give you guys a little bit of entertainment, and really share with you guys a little bit of value for your optimum time for real hard to keep you guys entertained. So I've been thinking, when is the optimum time for me to really get on here and give you guys a drop of knowledge, give you guys a little bit of entertainment, and really share with you guys a little bit of value for your life. I also had to think about, what is it that I actually have to share? You know, what kind of knowledge and value is it that you guys are going to be coming here for? It's probably not just to sit here and have a cup of coffee with me. However, today, that's what we're doing, right? We're hanging out. We're doing it to it. I got my old Texas travel mug this morning. Says, so, let me see. It says, Texas, Lone Star State. You may all go to hell and I'll go to Texas. Davy Crockett quote. You guys don't know about Davy Crockett, go check out a history book, Google something. You know what I mean? Davy Crockett. Quote in history from the Alamo, Battle of the Alamo. Anyhow, that's where I live, in San Antonio, Texas. Crockett. Go check out a history book, Google something. You know what I mean? Davy Crockett. History from the Alamo, Battle of the Alamo. Anywho, you know what? I wonder if I can even see how many people I got watching on here. I don't even know. Yeah, I can. Ooh. You know what? Speaking of these lives and all that kind of jazz, I got to tell you. You know what? Speaking of good Lord, I'm looking for all my stuff. I got stuff sitting around everywhere. I don't know if you guys are like that in the morning, but you just can't find all your stuff. Still, look, still got sleep in the corner of my eyeballs, y'all. I'm trying to, bear with me. I mean, that was another thing too, is when are you going to do these lives? When are these live videos going to happen?
There we go. Now we're back at it with you. Yeah, hey, when we're coming in between here, I hate it to be where there's no sound at all. So I will be coming back and forth to you, just to be able to talk to you while it's doing it. We could be going back and forth doing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different things at one time. Sometimes I may be doing that. Sometimes I won't be. A lot of the times you'll just be screen sharing and you'll see my process. Now, guys, if you're just now joining in, not a professional video editor. However, have a good time doing it, and this is the process that I use to turn, one piece of video content into about 100. This morning we had a conversation that was about an hour and a half long. We've spent 6 hours chopping it up, and it's now turned into close to 60 or 70 pieces by now, and we are slowly turning it into more. Just slowly breaking it down, turning it into shorts, adding captions, doing all the things that we do to make this work. That's all. So let's get back to the edit. Okay, that one's finished and completed. So let's go back to it. Now, my process, what I'll generally do here is just Control-Z to bring everything back, get rid of the original segment, and close that gap and start listening to the next segment.
So I've been thinking, when is the optimum time for me to really get on here and give you guys a drop of knowledge, give you guys a little bit of entertainment, and really share with you guys a little bit of value for your life. I also had to think about what is it that I actually have to share. You know, what kind of knowledge and value is it that you guys are going to be coming here for? It's probably not just.
All right, there we go. It's that quick, guys. Just do a little clip, cut, name, save, and get that done. And it takes seconds. What, it says a minute left? Yeah, I got about a minute left, and then we have that little short. Now, remember, this is the rough edit. This is the rough little short. We're still going to go in there, and we're going to add some captions and make it look cool and all of that. There are other ways of doing this. Yes, there are. This is my process. I do this because it allows me to keep all of these master cuts on a, on a hard drive. And that's, matter of fact, that's, here you go right there. That's what I keep it. That's a terabyte. I keep a terabyte at a time, and I label them as I go so that they all have an order and some sort of way for me to file them, chronologically and by business, actually, because we have a couple of them. So, all right, so that video is finished there. We're going to switch back once again. Control Z to bring it back. Get rid of our main section. Delete. Move the gap. Start again. Now let's listen to the next segment. Now, this video started off to be 13 minutes and 51 seconds in its entirety in this clip, and I've already shortened it down to 9 minutes and 14 seconds, cutting out the previous portions. So that's what we'll do, is we'll just go incrementally listening to it and cutting it as we find each little golden nugget, right? So I'm going to kill the mic. I'm going to turn the system back on here. So
You know what? Speaking of these lives and all that kind of jazz, I got to tell you, I've been playing with some software. And I think that I've got something cool queued up. Like if I need to go to the bathroom or something like that, watch this. Now, I don't know if the music's going to come across, but there's supposed to be music in this. And later when I watch this live show, we'll find out if the music came through. But let's check this out for a few seconds. Now, on my end, it tells me it's playing, so hopefully you guys are hearing some cool little, I think it's jazz or something. Yeah. On screen, that is Mr. Wolf, aka this guy. Few years I've been heavily involved in the Web3 NFT space and started multiple projects and programs. One of them happens to be an NFT project called the Rich Wolf Club.
now, isn't that amazing, folks, when you think about it, what we've done here, man? It's like a sentence or two is all it really takes. A sentence or two, chop. Sentence or two, chop. Paragraph, whatever it is. Just get that main point out and leave them with another portion of it. Some of these are long enough that when we put them into the other software, it'll actually break it down further because it tells us that it needs to be two. And you'll see that process as well. You know what? Let's flip back over to video and see what's going on there. It's done. Let's, okay, so this is what it created for us. Let's hear what it says.
You know, the licensing to be a security. Now, Bitcoin is not. Now, that security is based on a cryptocurrency. Now, there is no diversification. It's not about diversification.
We'll download that. Sure, why not? See, now it has the nice little subtitles and all that kind of stuff on it. It looks cool. It looks cool. Come on, I hit that confirm button a long time ago. Let's see how long it's going to take that. There it goes. All right. So now that it's doing its thing, we'll switch back on over here. Let's see what's going on with the cut. All right, it's finished. Let's back up again one more time. Control Z, because that's what we do. Bring it back. Kill the original. Cut the gap. And listen to the next portion.
Anywho, if you guys aren't familiar with the image on screen, that is Mr. Wolf. aka this guy right here. Oh yeah, it's true. It is true. For those of you who have not been around for the last few years, I've been heavily involved in the Web3 NFT space and started multiple projects and programs. One of them happens to be an NFT project called the Rich Wolf Club. Mr. Wolf happens to be the representative and my personal, identity when it comes to the Web3 world. So now you know. If you don't know, now you know. So.
Boy, some of these edits are quick, aren't they? Some of them are real quick. Some of them we get knocked out real fast. I mean, this one's got 1 minute left in it. We've probably knocked out a dozen to 15 videos so far. Just just cutting them down, and they'll be coming on to YouTube. You guys will see it. Put your notifications on. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure that you've got the subscribe button hit. And I know you see that old Mr. Wolf down there in the corner. He's in the corner of every video. All you got to do is click on him, and it'll take you right square to that subscribe button, and that is what you're going to want to do. Now, if you guys are out there watching live, I appreciate you logging on. I always dig knowing that there's folks out there watching and listening and enjoying what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm watching the feed too, so if anybody wants to shout out anything, I'll go ahead and just do it in the chat. I'm watching the chat from. If you're sitting here live, let us know where you're coming from. And if you have any questions for us, let us know.
It's true. That's the lovely Denise, and she is sitting there manning the chat, waiting on you to participate. So let's listen to the next cut.
So anyway, the live streams should be getting a little bit better. They ought to be getting kind of cool. I've been working on doing some presentations and all that kind of jazz. Been putting on presentations Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week for the last couple of weeks. Hang on, I got to figure out where I'm even at over here, y'all. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of presentations. Going with this new project we've been pushing forward. So we are looking at a whole bunch of, well, actually we're looking at a whole bunch. There's like 4 or 5 of them that we're looking at right now. Little pieces of property that either are currently or will become little neighborhood convenience stores here in San Antonio, Texas. And those we're looking at putting a development together and doing something. So what we've been doing is a live presentation on Fridays, once Friday, twice Saturday, and twice Sunday on, raising capital to put that stuff together and make it happen, from regular investors like you guys, And they say, regular investors, I ain't got the money for that kind of stuff. Look, guys, we got investments for low as $5,000, okay? I mean, you can get in. Don't worry, you can get in. If you're interested in joining in some sort of investment that gives you a fixed rate of return and knowing that, you're buying into cool businesses that are, real life things, but you still have a job and you still want to do all that, hey, I mean, this might be a place for you. It might be something you want to hit me up about later on. If not, well, we understand that too.
Well, that was another real quick edit. Happened quickly there. We love that. So how do you guys enjoy the split screen? How do you guys enjoy the screen share? Can you see it enough? Is it big enough? Be sure to let me know in the comments when I'm sharing that. I really want you to be able to see the way that happens and what I'm actually doing. For me, that was a big part of this process, was just trying to figure out how to do this. Like, what's the actual steps you take to make it happen? And that's why I wanted to come to you live, because I figured if I struggled with it, I've got a pretty decent little workflow, I think. It's simple, but it's decent, and it's relatively streamlined. So you guys have watched me make a dozen videos, over the past, well, actually, You guys have watched me make almost 70 videos, 70, 75 videos in the past day, 24 hours, and out of one conversation, one Zoom call. So here we are, 65% complete on this short that we're creating now. It's got less than half a minute left. Drinking my old coffee, enjoying life, sitting here with my beautiful boo-boo. That's what I call her. You can't call her that, but I do.
Can't believe you said that.
Well, I love you too.
I love you too.
Yeah. You hear that? Live. She told y'all. Now y'all know.
Shit.
98% complete. Here we are, guys. Boom. Done with that video. On to the next one, as they say. Now, once again, Control Z to bring it back. Delete the original. Close the gap and start listening to the next cut.
So, yeah, 7:11 a.m. Coffee with Chris. Hope you guys are enjoying as much as I am. Feel like I dropped a bunch of stuff already. In 11 minutes or something. 16 minutes, 16 seconds. Jesus H. I don't know. I don't know.
Now look, for you guys that are out there watching, you might have thought that was a silly little clip, a silly little snippet, but let me tell you, those are the ones that I watch over and over and over again. The ones that are kind of dumb, they don't really say anything, but they are a portion of something larger. Yeah, well, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool enough to clip, so now I think you're going to like it too. Oh yeah, and if not, that's alright, don't like that one. Like it, share it, subscribe. See, that one's done. On to the next one. Now, Control Z to bring it back. Delete it. Close the gap. Listen to the next portion.
Now, Gary Vee says it's cool to turn the microphone off and just sit here and do your work, but I think that you guys would just be staring at me drinking coffee and smoking weed if I did that. We probably should not just turn that off. You probably still want like interactivity and movement and all that kind of stuff. They say that you got to change up the screen. I don't know, but they do say that. They do say that you're supposed to change up the screen every few seconds to keep everybody, amused and all that kind of jazz.
Look, now if you guys are out there watching, you just watch that what would Gary Vee do? What would Gary Vee do? Look, if that doesn't get a hit, I don't know what would. And how many videos have we made here in the last, what have we been on? I don't even know how long we've been on. I got to go look back at it. Let's see. 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 5 seconds is what we've been on here. And I think we've created, I don't even know. We'll look in just a second. As soon as this one's done, we'll see how many. It was 15 at, say something. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 videos today since I got up this morning. And that's only been in about a 4-hour segment to make these videos. Well, 3 hours. We've only been on here an hour today, and I was here about 2 hours this morning. So, okay, so back to the original. See, are you guys even getting any of this audio? Yes, you are. Okay, bring it back. Delete the original, close the gap, and let's listen again.
Hey, good morning out there. If you're just now tuning in, my name is Christopher C. Day, and I'm a small business investor, mentor, educator, and all-around goofball. That's pretty much what it is. I like to enjoy myself. I like to live life. I like to have fun. Man, I like to monetize life. And what does that mean? That means I like to get paid to wake the fuck up and breathe. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's like, how the hell do you do that? Well, man, look, there's a ton of ways to do it. But the key is multiple revenue streams. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, you'd better find a couple of ways to generate, passive income, or at least as close to passive income as you possibly can. I myself started possibly can.
And there we are. You guys saw how quick that edit was. Now let's go. 1080p, export. Boom. Drop that thing down.
Well, they're not seeing your screen right now. They're only seeing you.
Oh, hell. Well, looky there. You guys got to tell me in the comments, man. You've got to tell me in the comments. That's what it's there for. This is the live chat. If the sound is off, if the video is off, if there's any of those things that are not working, look. Amateur film guy, okay? Brand new streamer, just trying to bring some value to your life. So in order to do that, I need your input, right? This is supposed to be interactive. That's why we go live, so that I can talk to you. Right directly to you, the watcher, the viewer. You know, my subscriber, I hope, right? I hope this is cool enough content that you say, hey, ding, 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 I want to watch that. Looky there, another video done. Hey, I told you, what bullshitting you here? This is live, real deal, how to turn one video into 100. And they're real pieces of content. This isn't junk. This isn't the same shit said over and over and over and over and over again. It's unique pieces of content from your one conversation, right? And we're creating it in different platforms, or 4 different platforms. We're creating it in different orientations and adding a few little things of pizzazz to kind of, you know, spice it up for the viewer, which is what you as a small business owner is supposed to be doing, especially if you're doing it yourself and you're not hiring somebody to do it. So, all right, we're going to go back to it again. Control Z to bring it back, delete the original, close the gap, listen to the next segment.
I myself started in business building and did that for years and years and years and years and years, and still do a little bit of it. Then I went into business acquisitions, to where I started buying companies that actually generate, you know, income for me. Nowadays, I try to do a little bit of passive investing as well. And what does that mean? Well, hell, I created an investment company for this reason. I figured we were going in and doing as many acquisitions as we were. You know, buying companies, selling companies, merging with other companies, expanding, doing asset sales and things like that. That I really wanted to provide investment instruments for people like me, people like regular people that work regular jobs, do regular things, and make regular amounts of money. You know, not like rich people. I mean, look, rich people got all kinds of investment opportunities, man. I don't even know rich people in my life. Well, you know, that's a lie. That's a lie. Hell, hell, that's a lie now. That's a lie now. But for most of my life, I didn't know anybody that made any kind of real money. I just knew regular old folks that just enough to pay their bills, feed their families, and, you know, keep on going.
What do you guys think about that little clip? If you like that, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the tidbits of gold that are being dropped in this conversation. Now, this was an early morning conversation. That's all it was, guys. Just an early morning conversation I was having with some coffee and a couple of folks in my clubhouse, back and forth, because we do this regularly. We get together in the club. It is a business club, but it's a network of people who truly do get to know each other and build relationships. And we'll get together in the morning before we go into our day jobs, if we have them, and you know, shoot the shit, have a little camaraderie, bounce ideas off each other, just be real human beings. I capture some of those conversations, some I don't. Generally don't try to publish the things that other people are saying, but the little tidbits that I'm telling them, I figure you guys probably want to hear it too. There's a reason that it was said, you know. There's a purpose of it all. So if you guys are enjoying this content, hey, show me with that subscribe button. Show me with a like button. Tell all your friends about me, right? Put me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, something like that. Hit that button. I'm trying to get some subscribers here, folks. We got 131 subscribers. I'd like to get to 1,000 so that it at least looks like I've got a credible channel, you know. So if you'll help me, I'll keep putting it out for you. All right, there's another video in the books. Back to it. Control Z to bring it back. Delete the main. Close the gap. Listen to the next footage.
And I always kind of wanted to help people like that out. And what I mean by help them out is, I mean, I'm not talking about giving them money and jobs and shit like that, but, you know, providing something, creating something out there that would actually benefit them one day if they so chose to. You know, now trying to, you know, lead a horse to water thing, look, man, look, I ain't trying to convince nobody to do anything. Period. I don't even do that anymore. I don't even care. It's like, if you ain't at that spot yet, that's cool. When you get there, come on over. Like sales, that used to be a thing for me, man. Sales, right? Got to be on sales calls. No, I do calls. Oh, we do meetings. They ain't sales calls. There's more often than not that I'm like, hey, maybe you're not a good fit. You know, and it's not because I don't want people's money. By all means, that's not it. If you got money, I want to talk to you. Even if you don't, I want to talk to you. But, you know... Yeah, if you're interested in doing investments and stuff, I always want to talk to you. But however, we do have strict criteria on who we work with. You know, we don't work with just anybody, you know. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that we're going to check all your stuff or anything else. Look, I don't care about your damn credit, and I don't care about what you've done for the most part. It's what kind of person are you? You know, are you a piece of shit? Can I sit with you for 10 or 15 minutes on a Zoom call and say, I don't like this asshole? You know, because if that's the case, I'm not going to do business with you. I mean, that's one of many reasons, don't get me wrong, but yeah, for real. But it ain't got nothing to do with shit. My credit's horrible too, man. Hell, I've been divorced twice, man. Been wrong, but yeah.
I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying watching and saying it. Good Lord. Some of this stuff, hey man, look, some of this stuff I watch crack myself up watching it.
And I always kind of wanted to help people like that out. And what I mean by help them out is, I mean, I'm not talking about giving them money and jobs and shit like that, but, you know, providing something, creating something out there that would actually benefit them one day if they so chose to. You know, now trying to, you know, lead a horse to water thing, look, man, look, I ain't to, you know, benefit them one day if they so chose to. You know, now trying to, you know, lead a horse to water thing, look, man, look, I ain't trying to convince